Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 218th episode.
17th
episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. My name is Benedict. You may know me better as BHL Hudson. Here we talk about movies, TV shows, a bunch of nonsense. With me as always is my friend, co-host, and, dare I say, pimped out studio buddy,
Ooh.
Frederick.
Yes, sir. Well, pimped out studio.
In many ways.
There was an incident this morning where I spent a good 30 minutes of my morning and some of my wealth to try and print out a beautiful, large, poorly planned logo.
Yeah.
And after all my trials and tribulations, the fucking result.
We were.
Thank you, main library and where we are.
No doxing.
No doxing.
That's important.
We don't dox here.
Yeah, no, we have the studio from last week. If you listened to that episode or saw that, and people were like, "Wow, there was positive feedback," and it was like, I can't wait to see how they decorate, how they pimp it out.
I think it's very on brand once more. Yeah, no. Also, like the slant we've given it, it works.
I think it speaks to our talent and abilities.
Our future of the podcast.
But anyway, welcome back to the Poorly Planned. Today we're doing a bit of a topic episode.
Ooh.
We are going to be talking movie fan theories.
God. Now we're getting into all the conspiracy theories of it all.
We're getting a bit conspiratorial, might get a bit controversial.
Ooh.
They're actually not about movies, they're about social groups.
It's about political ideas. We're going to be reading word for word Mao's little red book. It's a long audiobook.
Conspiracy theory?
It's more just an idea I support.
But yeah, there are time codes down below. I've collected various conspiracy theories from various movie fan theories from various internet
Wrong
sources.
podcast.
And I assume they got them from around the internet, I suppose. But it's gonna be a good one, and I think we're gonna rate like how much do you believe in it?
How plausible we think these are.
Perhaps does it improve the original text?
Ooh,
something to think about.
Okay.
But yeah, and before we get into that, by the way, there are time codes down below. I just want to dedicate this podcast real quick to the Buffalo Bills, the NFL team.
What is going on?
Who lost in the playoffs yesterday.
So they're out.
They're out, yeah.
Was that the first playoff?
I don't really know how the fuck it works, but I know they're
Probably
not.
Sounds like it was the first playoff.
They're not going to the Super Bowl. I just want to say real quick, two things about this, because I've gotten into the NFL a little bit lately, as you know, as you've mocked relentlessly. I mean, with some relent.
It's some relent. It's more of the K-Dot obsession.
I've also been getting into rap music lately, which has been drawing a lot of ire from everyone around me. Especially because I refer to Kendrick as K-Dot.
It's just, again, if you just refer to him as Kendrick, it'd be fine. But
I do it mostly to fuck with you. It's mostly because I think it's really
the first line I heard today was, on the way here, I was listening to a K-Dot bar.
Anyway.
It was the Buffalo Bills.
But I will say, on the NFL, I found an elite rage bait tactic.
Ooh.
I think that it especially applies to fathers, not to generalize, but fathers tend to be into sports. And getting into a sport that your dad likes and not knowing nearly as much about it as he does, but pretending that you know more. Unpatched rage bait method.
That is, okay.
And also, it's been very successful because I have kind of been mogging Papa Hudson in the...
I didn't know Papa Hudson was big into the NFL.
He loves the NFL. Yeah, well, he's a big sports guy in general. He watches basically anything. Except for the NBA, which is weird. I'm like, that's the most interesting one.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, he said like he doesn't agree with... Anyway, let's not continue this bit. This is not going to go well.
I just gave a look. People
you can tell that bit was going down a dark path. But because the Bills were playing against the Broncos, and we were both supporting the Bills. And I was like, I think the Broncos are going to take it. He was like, no, the Bills have got this. Broncos win. And then yesterday, the Patriots went against the Texans, and I was like, the Pats got this. Hit him with the Pats, as if I know what I'm talking about. And he was like, don't talk about it. The Pats are not, the Texans have got this. I wake up this morning, look at the highlights. Patriots win. so Papa Hudson.
So you're teabagging all over Papa Hudson.
In many senses, yeah. But also on the Bills, I will just say, and I know there's not an NFL podcast, but just a sad thing. When I got into MMA, my favorite UFC fighter became Dustin Poirier, who was very talented, cool guy,
Yeah.
but could never win the big one.
So
And I'm very afraid that I've hitched my wagon to the exact same situation.
Or are you maybe the cause of this?
Maybe,
Are you a bit of a curse?
Because I was like, oh, I love Josh Allen. He seems like a super cool guy. You know, he's got a lot of skill. The team's really good. But then at the finish line,
Actually, yeah.
they can't make it.
They can't deliver. I did actually see a reel, I think, about some dude. I didn't know who he was, but I think it was called Josh Allen crying. He's like, I let my team down.
Yeah.
And so I laughed.
No, it wasn't
And I
great.
say, fuck you, Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Also, why do we support the Buffalo Bills? What's up with that?
Honestly, I'm just getting into NFL, and I was like, I like Josh Allen, so I guess I like the
okay,
Bills. But I will also say, because he's engaged to Haley Steinfeld, and there was
Motherfucker!
I did see a reel that was like, POV, you're Josh Allen coming home tonight, and it was Haley Steinfeld and Sinners being like, boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my face. I was like, no, it's too soon. Josh, please. But but they're expecting a baby soon, so congrats to the happy couple. I hope to be invited to the wedding.
How did we get here?
Anyway, movie
This
conspiracy
podcast
theories.
is dedicated to the Buffalo Bills. Please, Josh Allen, may I come to your wedding?
It would mean a lot. I started watching NFL like 3 months ago.
I love the Buffalo Bills. I know nothing about it.
You're the only player in the NFL I could name. Anyway.
And
Gronk. He's there
Is
too.
he still there?
And Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Dix.
Diggs with
Diggs.
a G. I only know him because he
Because he fucks.
well, he's Cardi B's baby daddy,
Oh.
I think. Or maybe they're married. I don't know.
May I please come to that wedding?
Yeah. Conspiracy theories.
Yes, let's go back.
Movie theories and such. So yeah, I've collected from various sources across the internet here some theories, and I think we're just gonna. I don't know. Yeah, some of these are quite basic.
Okay.
Some of these are quite like quite universal. For example, we'll talk the Pixar theory. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I've heard of the Pixar theory.
The Tarantino theory, Bond theory, these kind of things, and some famous ones. I think also we can decide actually where we fall on these. For example, like Inception, was it all a dream type beat? Have you seen You've seen Inception?
I've seen Inception.
Okay, Jesus.
Yeah.
I was like,
What the fuck are we talking about here?
Are we really doing a movie podcast? Let's talk about the Bills some more.
Yeah, I've seen Inception.
Seen 2 movies, both versions of The Lion King. But we are there's a Lion King theory here, and then we get more sort of specific, more into like little ones.
Are there some crazy ones in there that are?
I've thrown in some. Well, I've thrown in a couple here that are. I didn't even really like read the theory, but just the headline is kind of wild.
Okay.
Like, okay, we gotta include that. But first of all, first article here that I have. I went to the Independent, 21 fan theories that will completely change the way you watch iconic movies.
Ooh, so you've done your research here.
Not really, but
The Independent is peak journalism.
I skimmed many of these, and some of these I don't really give. Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord. You know what I mean? Who cares?
I need to spend 6 hours on this.
But I think we can start with the Pixar theory. Now, this is one that, as someone who is a total weirdo nerd in terms of like chronologies and assembling timelines and stuff, this spoke to me when I was like 12 years old.
You're sitting there. This is mind blowing.
This is peak. I think this was.
Yeah.
I also think the guy who came up with this, I think his name is John or Josh, like Negroni or something.
Okay.
I think he wrote a whole ass book about this.
Really?
So perhaps there's
I don't know.
detail to be done here.
Josh, is that really what you want to be spending your life
Is that
on?
your legacy?
The Pixar theory. Honestly.
But wait
Kinda
till you
cool.
hear it though.
Oh, okay.
Gonna be. What did you say?
I said okay.
You said kind of cool.
Oh no, I said kind of cringe. I think.
But basically, it is the theory that all of the Pixar movies are in the same timeline.
Same timeline.
And you can go into all sorts of detail with how it maps out. But it's basically like, how the movies have like anthropomorphic cars and fish and bugs, whatever. It takes that in a quite literal sense of like how evolutionarily did the cars evolve to have eyes and be Owen Wilson.
Okay. We all know how it became Owen Wilson. It's more how they got the eyes part.
That's a natural progression for any life form, I think.
Every single evolutionary final step, this is Owen Wilson.
Honestly, kind of a wholesome end to civilization.
Yeah.
I'd want to be Owen Wilson. But so basically, we start with the movie Brave.
Brave.
Because it's like old
Is that the
times.
very first Pixar movie in this chronology?
I think, but then wait till the end. Fucking crazy twist. It ties together.
God. Owen Wilson's a time traveler. Called it?
Just hold up.
Okay, lay it on
Hold
me.
your horses.
Lay it on me.
Basically, okay, I mean, this is a truncated version of this. I remember, actually, this is one of the first videos I was ever going to make on BHL Hudson. And I think I decided not to because it was cringe.
It's been demoted to the third channel.
20 years later. But basically in Brave, it's old times and there's magic and stuff.
Yeah.
Then we sort of progress through history relatively normally, but we get to like the 1950s or 60s, The Incredibles, where then there's an introduction of, and I guess maybe the magic played a role in like people having superpowers or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then, again, I might be making half the shit up. But then there's an introduction of like machinery, AI stuff with The Incredibles.
Yeah.
Where he makes, the Omni Droid or whatever. And this eventually leads to the creation of things like the characters in WALL-E. So we move, past, I think, like, Up is in their Toy Story. The toys having consciousness, this comes from the AI, whatever that was in The Incredibles. Something like that.
Okay.
Then we get to, like, WALL-E, where everyone's fucked off Earth. And there's, like, the energy company in WALL-E, whatever big company in WALL-E that's, like, seen throughout the Pixar movies. There are Easter eggs throughout, which is sort of, I think, what spurred this theory.
Okay.
WALL-E, it's, like, a dystopia. But then...
Oh, God.
Straight up people.
Straight up doxed. Anyways. Should be fine.
Are they going to be in there? Or...
I don't know.
All right, and we're back.
And we're... A lot's just happened.
So we have this studio.
Yeah.
Which is in a I guess relatively communal building.
Yeah.
But I assume the studio is meant to be sort of closed off.
I thought so, but then we see through the door movement.
Yeah, just folks around. So it does remind me a little bit of when we used to record in our old high school.
Yeah.
And there would just be like teachers walking by. Like,
our math teacher peeping in. What's going on?
He can be a guest.
Can you imagine though?
Hell no.
Get the fuck
Dude
out of here.
was so racist. Not even kidding. Anyway, the Pixar theory.
Oh yes, go back. So
you're in Up.
Let me rewind here. So you're saying that the droids from The Incredibles, or like the robots, became WALL-E, and then...
Well, there's some sort of technological evolution that leads to WALL-E, I guess. And then... and
then Carl Fredrickssen's after WALL-E?
No, Carl Fredricksen before WALL-E. Carl Fredricksen exists in a dystopian hellscape.
Has this all been in Carl Fredricksen's mind? And he's just
Honestly.
he's just a droid in the wasteland.
Pixar Theory 2.
Oh my god.
Write that book.
It's yeah. What was his name? Josh
John Negroni or something?
John Negroni.
My goat. But then this is where it gets interesting. Finally.
Goodness me, I've been needing that.
Because then we get to Cars, where basically the theory is Cars exists in a dystopian future landscape after the Earth has been fucked in WALL-E and all the humans have fucked off. Then the Cars, through some fucking bullshit, they gain sentience and become Owen Wilson.
As Cars tend to do.
And then beyond this, the bugs in A Bug's Life, they take over the planet or something.
So you're telling me
But then this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay. Why are you John Negroni? For sure.
Then the final evolution of this, and I can't remember what exactly, but like some monstrous form of life becomes the monsters in Monsters, Inc.
Okay.
They exist in a far-flung future on Earth, and Boo. Wait, hold on.
This whole thing's been a scare prank? And Boo.
And the doors that the monsters use are time travel machines to go back in time. So when Sully goes and finds Boo, she's in like our day, but they're in the far future. Hear me out.
Okay.
Boo is abandoned by the monsters. And she, is obsessed with Sully and she dedicates her life to getting back there. She invents time travel, I think, something like that.
Okay.
And she goes through time trying to find them, and she ends up being an old Hagrid lady in old times. She's the villain from Brave.
I thought that you tied that together and said becomes an old Hagrid, and it was a Harry Potter tie-in. I kind of fuck with this theory.
Boo evolves into There's actually a Hagrid theory in here as well.
Goody. Why do you say that like it's genuinely erotic to you? We do have a Hagrid theory.
Like it would be exciting to you in any way. You're in luck today.
Oh, it's
There's a
Hagrid theory.
Little Hagrid treat I drop in there for you. But she becomes the witch from Brave.
Okay.
And then the witch and then she finds magic and it's all a loop.
Okay. I feel like that
Okay.
it was getting good. It was getting there, and then the magic tie-in at the end. I don't know if
That's the best part when it's the booze, the old lady reveal.
the booze, the old lady. I don't think I like that.
What? That goes time travel? Don't you think when the doors are time machines?
I like that.
And
I
the
like
monsters are like horrible evolutions of maybe humans or something, or maybe ants. I don't know.
But so
I should have read the book. All right.
John, I'm sorry. But what you're then also saying through this theory is that when, at the end of WALL-E, that the humans come back to colonize Earth, they fail and become cars and Owen Wilson.
Wait, is that how WALL-E ends?
Yeah, they end with them coming back to Earth and like planting the little green plant, and then they're like going to repopulate Earth.
And so I guess that doesn't go well, and they all become cars.
That,
what a tragic epilogue.
is that the gist of the Pixar theory?
Is that the message of the movie WALL-E?
So
become a car?
Become Owen Wilson? So is that what... So you're saying that John is basically saying that this whole thing happens and that everything that happened in WALL-E was for naught.
I guess he has eliminated the point of the movie WALL-E, I suppose, maybe.
Well, that's kind of...
So
It's one of the better ones as well,
John hates the environment, if that
I
was
think
the
John
message of
hates the
WALL-E?
environment and also people. Maybe just a car lover.
Yeah, maybe he wants to bang an Owen Wilson car. Who amongst us, you know? But
Oh, what a sin!
but yeah. So look, in terms of actual legitimacy, I don't know how much John believes this really, or if this was just like a fun thing.
You think John's just kind of filibustering, or do you? I'd be worried if John fully believes this.
He's dedicated his life to this. Well, because there's because they do include Easter eggs to their other movies in the films, but I think that's more just meant to be fun and not to be taken seriously by grown men. I don't think
not to be taken seriously by John, who writes a fucking whole book.
Yeah, but to be fair though, I love this kind of shit. This is like my.
I do very much enjoy it.
I love this sort of thing.
It's just because you're telling me, and then I don't want to just agree with it.
So
I'm,
it's just
I'm gonna tear it down.
My storytelling that is ruining
Yeah,
it.
tell you on the out. Let's go. They left. They left.
Let's fucking go, bro.
God.
The fuck, bro. This is.
Because a studio.
But anyway, I do think though, and I don't know if he's still keeping this up or other people are, but I remember there's sort of a thing of. There's no fucking way. I thought getting a studio would eliminate these problems. It's exacerbated them. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, well, there's a bunch of more, Pixar movies that have come out since whenever this started, and you have to like incorporate all of them as it goes.
Oh yes.
So like, how does Elemental fit into this? How does Inside Out fit into this? I don't know.
Maybe Owen Wilson turned into all of our emotions collectively, and then our emotions became elemental.
Fire? Ooh, shit, John,
bill
us.
John, we just wrote your next 4 books. Yeah, so like how does that all tie in?
I don't know, but what do you think? Okay, we're gonna do like a dope scale. How dope is this theory? And how believable?
Can I just say, a little future prediction, if on the dope scale, I just know you're gonna put the Hagrid theory up there.
Also,
I know that's gonna be up there for you.
I'm just very excited about the Hagrid theory because I have not read this theory. I just
because I don't have one.
I just have the headline that made me laugh. But anyway, Pixar theory on dopeness alone. I'm gonna say back when it was a novelty and I was 12 years old, I'm gonna say it's a 10 out of 10 on the dopeness scale.
It was genuinely maybe the lamest thing we've ever said. The Pixar, I mean, I think it is a pretty cool theory. It's also one of the ones that kind of like encapsulates a lot of the different mogs. I think it encapsulates a lot of different movies, which I like. Yeah. And I think the final tie-in's a bit weak, but I like the general kind of progression you put me through there.
Final tie-in's the best part. Also, to be fair to John, I didn't really do it justice, but it is what it is. Similar vibe though.
Okay.
Let's talk about
so just going back. Plausibility. What do we think?
Plausibility. I feel like as more and more Pixar movies have come out, it has lost its plausibility a bit.
I think so. I think on the dopeness scale, it's up there. Plausibility scale, like 3 or 4 out of 10.
I would agree.
3 or 4 boos out of 10 Sullys.
Yeah, I would say 10 Owens out of 30.
5,000 cars.
We in a similar vein though, we have the Tarantino theory. Now this one I think is more believable because I believe he is actually don't know if he's confirmed it. I think he's talked about it.
Okay.
But it's basically the idea that in the Tarantino movies,
Yeah.
there are two different universes.
Okay.
So there's the actual world in which, like, the movies take place, like the continuity of the movies.
Yeah.
And then there are movies that exist as movies within that world. So, for example, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
That's like the real world.
That's the real world. Yeah.
Inglourious Bastards. That's like a real thing that happened in history in the Tarantino world. But then like Kill Bill is a movie that the characters in the Tarantino world would go and see.
I see. And what about something like Django?
I think Django is real. I should have looked into this more deeply, but I think
Okay.
Django. I think the historical stuff is more real, and then something like Kill Bill, Death Proof. I don't know. Yeah, something like that would be like films that the characters. Because I think the theory also expands on like. It's such the movies are so over the top violent, like Kill Bill, because they exist in a world of violence of like
within this other world.
like in World War II, Hitler died by being like shot by a billion fucking machine guns and blown up, and like I guess the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood probably takes place in the real world, so like the Manson people were brutalized before they could kill Sharon Tate. And so I guess the historical, although I mean it's not that much more violent than real history. I mean real history is pretty violent.
Yeah, I guess it is, but I guess it is a little bit more. So then if you take the way over the top violence of Kill Bill, maybe I can see how that's
like a movie that like the characters in Pulp Fiction would go see. Because there's I guess the theory is then also that those movies in the real Tarantino world are connected. So which is supported by like they all smoke like the same brand of cigarette or something like that, or it's called like Bad Apple cigarettes or something. And like it's supported by in Pulp Fiction, Mia, played by Uma Thurman, she's talking about like a pilot she did for a TV show. And she's basically describing the plot of Kill Bill when she says that. You know, there's little things here. And Tarantino seems like the kind of guy who would like neurotically draw this out on a board and be like, no, you don't understand. This movie's in the fake world in the movie.
You don't even understand. Kill Bill 2 is actually in the real world, but the first one is not in the real world.
Super deep.
Or is he the kind of guy to maybe not think about this at all, and then someone says it, and then he goes,
I thought about that all along.
That's also possible.
I think that's also a pretty Tarantino move. My main question with this is, I like this theory. I think it's a good theory. Cool. However, does that also confirm time-traveling Jackson? Is my question.
That's a really good point. Boo style.
Boost.
Is this all just time travel theories?
Oh my god.
Hagrid traveled.
Just wait till you hear the Hagrid theory.
Time traveling Jackson.
Because Hateful Eight, which I assume is probably real.
I would guess.
Right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
Who's going to see that movie?
He's going to go see that in the Pulp Fiction universe. Exactly. That's not happening. Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Django.
Yeah.
And he narrates Inglorious. He's God in Inglorious, I guess.
So I mean, to be fair, I think the running sort of explanation would be that they're just different characters played by the same actor. But
no, I don't like that.
I like
all.
the time traveling Jackson theory.
I think that's better. I think that everyone else that are like duplicate actors, they're just actors playing different characters.
It's only Jackson.
But Jackson has somehow infiltrated the Matrix.
Because also all of his movies star like the same fucking people.
Exactly.
Like they all have the same, but it's only Jackson who's time traveling. I like this theory a lot.
Right? It adds a little bit of a wrinkle to the Tarantino
That's
theory.
a pretty big wrinkle. Time traveling Jackson. But I fuck with this a lot.
Time traveling Jackson? I fuck with it a lot.
I like that if he's time traveling Jackson, he somehow did not have the foreknowledge to know that he would die extremely horrible deaths in two of those movies where he's violently, brutally murdered.
Also,
but then does that mean, is that like how he maybe learned lessons, and then in Pulp Fiction he's learned because at the end of Pulp Fiction he walks away from the life of crime and the life of violence to pursue walking the earth and this kind of stuff.
That is actually true.
Bro, the time traveling Jackson theory.
It actually, unless, which one came first, Hateful Eight or Django, in terms of chronology, do you think?
I think
Django
probably comes first because I think Hateful Eight takes place after the Civil War.
You'd hope so. You'd hope he didn't die and learn to become Steven.
Yeah,
that'd be a huge hole in my theory.
Yeah, that would be a big problem.
It sounds like he has kind of.
So he learns.
Learns.
Is he?
Have we just solved racism through the time traveling Jackson theory?
He was Steven in Django, and then he learned his ways. He shouldn't be
probably not great.
He shouldn't be completely evil. And then he's in Hateful Eight, where he's not like racist evil,
but he is kind of like he's got some dubious morals and stuff.
He sexually assaults that guy's son that one time.
Really?
You don't remember this?
I don't remember he sexually assaults the guy's son.
Well, he talks about it at least. I guess it's ambiguous if he did or not. You've seen The Hateful Eight.
I have. I don't remember.
When the racist Confederate general is there, and he's like, and he tells him a story about how he met his son in the snow, and he's like, and he sucked my big. You don't remember? Don't let me do the whole thing.
No, you're doing good. It's coming back to me.
No, because then he tells a story about how he ran into his son, and they're out in the
And
cold.
that's how the general gets really fucking.
Yeah, because he's
yes.
So anyway.
Okay.
And then
he becomes God in Inglourious Bastards.
Well, I think that comes out. No, that's the final evolution. Because in Pulp Fiction is first. Oh, no, in chronology.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you fucking talking about? Anyway.
Jackson Theory,
I think, goes way harder than Tarantino. Oh, Kill Bill is a fake movie.
Come on now. Jackson Theory on the dope meter, 11 out of 10.
Yeah, hell yeah. On plausibility, I'd say 30 out of 10. I'd say it's borderline
undeniable
confirmed. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if Tarantino has actually talked about the theory or not, but I do think there's something interesting about there was going to be a movie with the two brothers, the Vega brothers, where it's Travolta from Pulp Fiction and Michael Madsen from Reservoir Dogs. That could have gone hard. Didn't happen. We move.
I like the theory.
I think it's kind of cute.
As theories go, it's cool. Plausibility, I think it's one of those that Tarantino would probably just claim as true, even though it never was the case. But in terms of dope meter, yeah, I'd say like
possible.
Eight Thurmans out of 10 Umas. No,
I don't know about all that.
Seems a bit stretching it a bit.
Here from the Independent thing. I'm gonna just read this because I don't remember what this actually is.
Okay.
Another 007. Wait. Oh yeah, another 007 related fan theory. The line of thinking goes that Kincaid, the shotgun-toting Scottish recluse played by Albert Finney in Skyfall, was in fact a part written for Sean Connery, making the character in fact an older incarnation of Connery's Bond. The speculation was partly confirmed by director Sam Mendes, who admitted that producers had a definite discussion about Connery playing the role. What does that mean? Skyfall more or less ties both Craig and Connery's Bond films into the same universe, and arguably all the other Bond films by extension. Taken as canon, this would confirm the theory that James Bond is nothing more than a code name. There have been a line of different Bonds taking the role after each other. Ooh. So basically, I mean, this ties more into also the general Bond theory that they all exist in the same world and it's just a code name.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Because I have some friends who are big Bond fans.
Yeah.
Very contentious amongst them.
Okay. Well, this is, I feel like, an important question because in the last Pierce Brosnan Bond, is M not Judi Dench?
Yes.
So, I mean, does that not almost confirm it?
Something to think about.
One for the thinking man. I like this theory. I think it's cool.
Yeah. And
that also, enables the characters to be so wildly different. Because the fact that Roger Moore supposedly is also the same, if the same person or something like that as Daniel Craig.
But also, to be fair, that then implies that they all take place in the same world, in which case the events of the Roger Moore movies would be in the same as, like, Spectre or whatever, where, like, he goes to space or some shit.
That is also true.
I do think, I mean, look, I don't really care that much about Bond. So as far as, like, a theory, I think it's kind of cool to think about. It's like, oh, yeah, that's a code name, whatever. I'm sure, as I've heard from Bond fans, could be lots of discrepancies in this, could be a lot of ways to poke holes in this. I think there's also something to, like, some of the movies are quite similar, like, some plot lines are quite similar, or, like, borderline remake-ish. I haven't seen From Russia with Love.
How did you not learn from the first Bond thing here?
Well, yeah, or it's kind of an odd coincidence that, like, the same, like, your girlfriend would die in the same type of situation, whatever. Again, I don't know much about the Bond movies, so I don't know how credible it is. But as a theory in general, I say plausibility is higher than, higher than the Pixar theory, whatever.
Higher than Boo becoming Carl Fredricksen or whatever.
That's a theory, actually.
We're making way better theories today.
But, there is also... Actually, is there another one that I put here about... I did put it... Okay, there's one about Bond that I think is quite funny as well.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as that one, pretty basic theory.
Basic theory, I think, it works. I will say, again, I know this is not good to say on an episode about theories. I ain't buying any of these so far.
Ooh. Okay. So,
just putting that out there.
To be fair, I don't know if there are any of these that I actually believe. To be fair, there's one of these that, like, I think, not that I believe it, but it highlights that, fan theories can be more to explain possible, like, discrepancies in a story than actually believing them.
I also think they serve as a good thing to immerse yourself more into the universe and expand it in a way beyond what's already been made.
Yeah, well, they're just kind of fun
fun.
to talk. I mean, bro, we went on a fucking crazy thing with the Jackson time traveler.
Exactly.
That shit was super dope.
On the dope meter, very high.
The last one here that's, this is, I don't know if this is a fan theory, but basically the Inception totem ending thing. Was he dreaming? Was he not? And actually, we can tie this. I don't know if I included this later on, but we can tie this together with the end of The Dark Knight Rises as well, where is Batman dead or not? These are not really fan theories. These are more just like, what do you think?
What do you think?
Ambiguous ending.
For the Batman one, nah, he's not dead.
He's definitely dead.
You think he's dead?
He got nuked. They show him second. And this pisses me off about this movie actually. Dark Knight Rises, because this is some bullshit Nolan did where he wants to do ambiguous ending, but the way he does it is he does like two impossibilities. Like I think the end of Inception is kind of like, oh, was he dreaming? Was he awake? It's sort of interesting. But in the Nolan one, in the Dark Knight Rises one, he flies out with a nuke. You see him moments before the nuke goes off. The nuke explodes. He's over a body of water. Where the fuck would he go if not? But then afterwards they say, someone's like, oh, looks like he added an autopilot feature to the plane.
Good Michael Caine.
That was not Michael Caine. but then Michael Caine at the end sees him in a cafe. Yeah. But earlier in the movie he talked about like, I have a dream of seeing you in a cafe with a baddie Batman. What's that face? That's a great Caine.
Oh, Batman! You and a goth baddie.
But yeah, so he talks about
Alfred quotes that got deleted. The impossible ending.
The Michael Caine off-script moments.
Michael, you gotta stop riffing.
Oh, but I want it.
He doesn't know he's in a movie.
He thinks he's doing that new Vin Diesel movie, whatever the fuck.
But so he talked about earlier, and clearly Alfred is, no offense to Michael Caine, a dementia-riddled old man. So the fact that he sees
no offense to Michael Caine, but Alfred losing his marbles.
But so I think just purely logically, I don't care if he added an autopilot. I don't care if Alfred had a dementia dream at the end. He got nuked. He got nuked in the same way that James Bond got nuked at the end of the last one.
Well, yeah, but you actually see Bond die there.
Yeah, no. Well, to be fair, that was pointed out where it's like, at least in the Bond one, they had the balls to show him get genuinely annihilated, which I still think is hilarious.
I still hate that scene, but I mean,
just him looking up at the new
Bond. It's like the Willem Dafoe thing. What the fuck?
Boom.
I don't know.
So you think he's alive?
I like to be an optimist.
But also this Batman's fucking like
This Batman's fucking. That's what he's doing.
He is in that movie actually, which again is a dumb part of the movie. We could talk about that movie sometime. That was kind of a dumb movie. But this Batman is fucking like useless and terrible in that movie.
He's not great.
This is not Burton or even Affleck or even cartoon Batman where he could do this kind of. This dude could barely walk. This dude got his fucking back broken in front of the Huz. We all been there.
Batman just like me.
But anyway, Inception. Inception, dude.
It's just so if you're saying that Batman's dead, we are just saying that maybe this is all about Alfred and that Alfred has a happy ending thinking his former boss is alive.
I guess so. And Alfred goes and gets a happy ending somewhere to wrap up the trilogy. That's how the
Dark Knight Rises.
20-minute handjob scene. God, the ending of that movie is so fucking stupid as well. Where Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
be honest with me. Would you have preferred a 20-minute uncensored Michael Caine handjob scene than the ending we got?
Absolutely.
Do you think he's getting a sneaky under the table at the cafe when he sees?
I think he's doing the Zac Efron in the interview jerking off with his knees tactic.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Inception.
Inception.
I haven't seen Inception in a while.
Me neither. So it's a bit hazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say,
because basically he's with his family and his kids, and it's like, does he know he's dreaming, and he's just like, I accept this as a reality, or did he actually make it back?
I don't think he actually made it back.
No,
I think
seems too corny.
Yeah, I think he. Yeah, I think he. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, sorry to Caprio.
Sorry, Cap. 20-minute hand job analysis. Yeah, he's gone womp womp. Yeah, I don't think so.
So on the, I guess that's not really a fan theory. We can't really dopometer.
We can dopometer the Alfred hand job.
Batman explosion in many ways. The Alfred hand job.
Batman got nuked. Alfred Bukaki. Go on.
Also, Batman got nuked sounds like a thing for Alfred Bukaki. Also, so this is this next one. This is the Hagrid theory.
Oh God. Let me prepare myself.
On Reddit from Woof. But it's like with a bunch of WHs and PHs, whatever.
So it's cool.
Yes, that's really nice. Now, this shit is super fucking extensive. And not, I don't like AI or ChatGPT. I think it's bad and whatnot. But I might just put this real quick.
Okay.
And get a little summary. Because this shit is like John Negroni maxing of fucking like...
God.
Basically, but the headline here that I enjoyed. Hagrid is a Death Eater. First of all... Kind of sounds
Hagrid,
like
a throat goat.
Hagrid got that death grip. But basically, in the Harry Potter movies, the Death Eaters are Voldemort's disciples. Yes. So let me see, what does ChatGPT spit out here? The theory argues, tongue-in-cheek.
Come on, ChatGPT.
Alfred's tongue in Hagrid's
Is this the overarching theory that every movie secretly ends with Alfred getting his nut on?
That Hagrid is secretly a high-ranking Death Eater whose actions consistently aid Voldemort. It claims Hagrid shows suspiciously advanced magic, including fast travel. What? Like he walks faster than you'd expect him to?
Hagrid's a speedwalker?
Powerful transfiguration and possible unaided flight. He allegedly manipulates Harry into repeated contact with Voldemort, leaks sensitive security information, notably about the Sorcerer's Stone, spreads damaging rumors, and endangers students through illegal or reckless acts. Hagrid on the Epstein flight logs confirmed? ?
Hagrid's a terrible person.
But yeah. Anyway, I just thought it was hilarious to think about Hagrid being like. Both the grip or whatever.
Death grip.
Yeah, but also being evil or whatever, being like Voldemort's biggest disciple.
I mean, we did watch spoiler
the first
for
Harry Potter. Yeah,
spoiler for Ben and Fred watched the first Harry Potter, and while I didn't get an evil vibe, we were talking about throughout how truly just unbelievably incompetent Hagrid is.
Well, he does consistently hit the. I shouldn't have said that.
Shouldn't have said that.
He's like,
should have spread that rumor.
He's like, oh well, the only way you could do it is if you found the Sorcerer's Stone, which is buried underneath the school. Shouldn't have said that. Damn, that's a big goofy move.
That is for a guy who's supposedly a good, smart sorcerer. I don't know about that.
Yeah, but for a guy who's, because he's sort of bumbling and foolish.
But
why
that could
would
be
they,
a front.
That could be.
Why would they put him? Why would they give him so much responsibility if they know he's such a bumbling fool?
But also, Dumbledore consistently hires like literal murderers to be in the school. Like,
also true.
So maybe it fits the pattern. Then.
Maybe we extend the thing that Hagrid and Dumbledore are both Voldemort's minions.
Possible. But yeah, Hagrid Death Eater. I'm gonna say 20 out of 100.
I'm gonna say Hagrid Death Eater. 20 Hagrid grips out of
3 Alfred.
3 Alfred goon jobs.
Goon jobs. We also have another one from Reddit here, which is another just. I haven't read this, but I feel like I can just get it from the headline. But this is genuinely just a horrific thing.
Okay.
This is from Equivalent Inflation on r/fan theories. The other one was also there. The Grinch is the sole survivor of a brutal genocide committed by the Who's. Now, I don't know if they have more supporting evidence, but I'm going to imagine it's because he's the only one left.
The only one left, and he hates them.
And
but does he hate them, or does he just hate Christmas?
Well, he hates... I mean, look, in the original story, it's just, he's just a symbol of, like, I'm grumpy, and then he becomes happy because he finds love or whatever. But,
this is terrifying.
This is pretty rough, because I feel like...
God.
The Who's do give me the heebie-jeebies a little bit.
They do a little bit with their little pointy noses, like.
Yeah, and do they? I could see them being.
I can see them
racist.
committing mass genocide.
But I can see, because where'd the Grinch come from? Why is he the only one there? Why does he live in a mountain cave? But then if they committed the genocide, why'd they invite him back? Maybe it was like many years ago, and they're trying to like, you know,
reparations.
yeah, I don't know about this.
But so
Inviting the Grinch for a Christmas dinner.
after you literally slaughtered his race,
Terrible.
average Who interaction.
Yeah.
I have a question, not really about this, but are the Who's the same Who's as in Horton Hears a Who? So does that mean that
Ooh.
Vil? So does Whoville?
Whoville. Gotcha. Okay.
Does that mean that the Grinch is also on like a dandelion?
Ooh. Is this like a Men in Black ending where it's like all the universe is like marbles? being
Yeah,
put-
exactly.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's the Grinch. That could be very true because they look the same.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
again,
they're both called Who's as well.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I mean. But I think, I mean, you know, realistically, I guess Dr. Seuss just was sort of like fucking around and like, yeah, that was his default
Dr. Seuss is on some crazy
on
shit.
some demon mode or whatever. But like, yeah, that was his like default like characters,
Yeah.
the Who's. But interesting, very interesting. I don't know. I'm gonna say believability. I haven't read the evidence, but the fact that there's only one Grinch
Yeah.
and he hates the Who's, maybe he's I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they got genocided.
I believe it. Of all the theories you've heard so far, I
believe it.
I believe it, and I
Can't say it's very dope. The genocide theory.
no.
No, not super
Dopeness
on the dope meter. On race
on
extinguished.
the scientific dope meter. The fact that the Grinch's entire family got slaughtered.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Not-
1 out of 10.
But on the plausibility meter,
Very plausible.
I see this as an absolute truth at this point.
Those Who's did that shit.
Next time I watch The Grinch, I'm just gonna be like, my God, you villainous bastards.
Another one from Reddit here on r/fan theories from Deleted. So they were
Oh.
maybe they spit too much truth with this.
My God, they got doxxed.
Had to go into hiding. Who's to say?
God.
But this is a theory that I don't know if this
Hagrid gives the sloppy.
I don't know if this originates from this person because I remember I've seen this somewhere else, but maybe it comes from here. But basically, it's a theory about The Office.
Ooh.
As to why they become like impossible caricatures of themselves in later
Okay,
seasons, and things
okay.
get like stupider and stupider.
Okay, can I guess? Is The Office an insane asylum?
No, although that's not a bad theory.
Okay.
Basically, let me see here. The series has a running joke where Toby wants the building to be checked for radon, but no one ever takes him seriously. However, Toby was right. Over the years, the radon in the building caused many of the Dunder Mifflin employees to develop brain cancer, greatly
my-
altering their personalities the longer they worked in the building.
Okay.
This is why Michael's so different. The finale, his time in Colorado, allowed his brain to overcome the effects of the radon poisoning, thus allowing him to mellow out and become more mature.
Oh my God.
So first of all, I don't know if that's how radon brain cancer poisoning whatever works. That you
Yeah.
can just move out for a little bit and you're good.
And then you're good. Also, what the fuck, man? Who makes this theory? That's so dark.
Deleted, man. Yeah, but I mean, I think this is more. I remember there was some. I don't think it was like brain cancer, but the thing I saw was like, yeah, there's something in the air, some kind of
Yeah.
toxic thing in the air that's like, yeah, just making them all go insane. Because they all become, yeah, like at the end they're like, I don't know, they shoot Stanley with fucking elephant tranquilizer or whatever. Do you remember that? And they like throw him down the stairs.
Yeah, they do kind of fuck with Stanley heavily towards the end.
Yeah, and so again, I think this is a good example. I think maybe even one of the comments here points this out, but or in the actual post where like I don't think this is something this is not someone saying like this is what the writers intended,
Yeah,
but it's like a way to work around
It's like a
why
fun little
why does the
why
show
this is happening?
change
Yeah,
like as
yeah.
an in-universe.
I mean, I like that. I don't like the brain cancer bit.
No.
But I think it's a creative one.
It
I think
is.
it's a fun little kind of like trying to, because they do get very kind of like cartoonishly characteristic towards the end.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't hate it.
Yeah,
I think it's a fun one to put out there, even though the guy clearly got killed for saying it.
Yeah, deleted is very ominous, but yeah, and clearly Kevin Malone was the most affected by this brain tumor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or was
kinda
he?
sad.
But was he not just maybe he was the least affected because he didn't really change much, did he?
He changed a lot
Did he?
because he starts out just like kind of a boring guy, and then at the
Oh.
end he's like,
I thought he was like a bumbling fool throughout the entire thing.
no.
Oh.
There's actually another theory where it's like Kevin is a like a secret genius or something, and he like pretends to be stupid
Oh,
to
okay,
like
I
hide
see.
his, and he's like embezzling money or some shit. I don't know. It's
good.
it's something. We move on to this cracked.com article that I found. Again, I don't know where they got these theories. I think these are just sort of like general internet things.
Yeah.
But these images are like super like early 2010s fucking like
Yeah.
iFunny type images.
God, iFunny.
This is 35 paranoid movie and TV fan theories that sound completely bonkers until you hear them out. I've selected a few here that I thought were kind of funny. First of all, oh no, I can't search for. That's really annoying. Filibuster, please.
Okay.
Oh wait, I found it.
Okay, so Hagrid, right?
In the Daniel Craig James Bond movies, Bond is so promiscuous because he's infertile. While on his first ever mission in Casino Royale, Bond gets tortured by the villain Le Chiffre, who does irreparable damage to the spy's double O's.
That's good wordplay.
Interesting.
So
is he fucking around so much because his dick is destroyed?
But his dick is destroyed. But can I just say, I would love this theory so much if it weren't for the fact that we got the least promiscuous Bond of all of them in this one. This dude literally settles down and has a kid.
He does, but that's a very good point. But that's after. Well, actually, that's a good point because in the first one he's all about what's her name.
Ava Green.
Eva Green. And, he has one sort of fling earlier, but it's mostly Eva Green.
Yeah.
And then I think in the second one, he's hung up on Eva Green throughout it, isn't he?
He is, because she dies and there's a whole thing. Like, I think he has intercourse for some of the movies. And in Skyrim, he's like having... Skyfall. He's also in Skyrim. In Skyfall, he's like having sex on a beach or something.
Is he?
Yeah, because he gets shot and then it cuts to him and he's like going to town.
He's mostly just mopey and depressed, and then he settles down with
exactly
Seydoux and has a kid. And
yeah, exactly.
So he's not very. You're right. He's not very.
And in Monica, what is it? Is it Monica
Bellucci?
Bellucci? Do they even have sex? I feel like they kind of just.
I think they just kind of do like a Don John style and then just grind sesh.
A Michael Caine-esque hand job, and that's it. And that's not nice with a mangled penis.
So I also just like the idea that it's like, I don't know, he probably could, can't you get like medically, or not even medically sterilized, you can get fucking a vasectomy. But he was just like, well, I guess I had my balls literally smacked into oblivion.
Guess I'll have sex with everyone now. But, you know what, I see this theory, and dare I say, I flip it to you, sir.
I'm gonna torture your balls.
Yeah, let's test it. But I'm saying, because as we just discussed, I think this is maybe the least promiscuous Bond. Is that because his penis doesn't work?
Very interesting. Could be the case, because that chick got beat up.
That chick got
smacked around.
Yeah. I don't want that.
No. Do you think it looks normal? There's no way.
But I don't think that's from the smacking. I think that's just the Craig effect.
But do you think he got mostly the balls or also a bit of the shaft?
I think
I feel like the balls are more prominently dangling there. I'm not saying he has a small penis, but I'm saying it's possible.
But I'm not counting it out as a possibility. I think he almost certainly got all ball, right? And also
do you think? Okay, let's not get into the whole. Because no, I was gonna say what if he just the. No, let's not.
Hold up now. What if he cradled them and then? Is Le Chiffre his foreplay before he just cradles the balls?
But anyway,
I think it was all ball, and I also don't think that rope would mangle a penis that badly. Whereas balls,
balls. Yeah. I think so. You're saying Craig was not promiscuous because the balls got mangled.
Exactly.
R.I.P. balls.
Yeah. R.I.P. balls. Exactly.
I'm gonna say that's 100% on the truth meter.
On the dope meter, that's a 15 out of 10. That's 2 mangled balls out of 2 healthy balls.
There's one here. There's a helpful little graphic here that again looks like a fucking 5-year-old put it together. This is a Disney theory. The Lion King, Disney's Robin Hood, and Zootopia are all set in the same world, with the lions maintaining peace. The Lion King starts at the beginning of the piece between predator and prey, which leads to the more familiar world we see in Robin Hood with King Richard.
Ooh.
The world then becomes modern with Leodor as leader of Zootopia. So you see the little graphic here. So it's sort of a little bit Pixar Theory-esque. You start sort of in, what would you call it? Not prehistoric times, but
just out in the savannah, who knows what time it is.
Ancient times, maybe. And then you go to Middle Ages times where the lion is the king in Robin Hood, and then you go to modern times where he's like the mayor or whatever.
I actually really like this theory. I think that's great.
It could also just be because lions are symbols of strength or whatever, and that's why they're those characters. But
I'd say probably, but at the same time, again, this is one of those that, with most of these, definitely is not actually a thing. I don't think, but to like think of that and tie it together, I very much enjoy. And I think it's a wholesome way to kind of like tie the three movies in together. I suppose Robin Hood as a middle ground, absolutely.
That's kind
I
of
think it works.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, dope meter 1,000.
This one I think is kind of stupid. There's just one specific thing they say that I'm like, all right, this is just dumb. But it's sort of an interesting thing.
Okay.
In Castaway, Chuck Noland is unknowingly the subject of a TV show a la The Truman Show.
Ooh.
It would explain the product placement. So like he gets FedEx boxes and there's the Wilson ball. Why in 4 years nobody found him, in parentheses they weren't meant to.
Ooh.
And why there's a random shot from the POV of a hidden camera. I don't know if you remember this. I think it's at the start of the movie where it's like sort of the camera's on a
like
package or something.
On where do you say?
On like a package or something like that.
Oh.
But again, that part I was just sort of like, that's just a shot in a movie. That's just like
That's just cinematic gold.
they just thought that
Clearly
would be
the guy who did the shot.
yeah, just like a dope shot.
Dude, don't read into it. That doesn't change anything in the story.
And also, I mean, why in 4 years nobody found him?
Because he was on a freaking deserted island.
He was in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like they kind of, I feel like
He's not wandering around in like Idaho, dude.
They go to extensive lengths to explain like how hard it is to find him there.
Yeah.
And product placement, it's also just a movie that we're watching. And also you need like real world, he gets
Is it a movie in the
FedEx.
Tarantino universe though?
Holy fuck. Okay. Jackson cameo?
Was Jackson Wilson this whole time? Did he learn from his mistakes in Pulp Fiction and become Wilson?
The racist like slave plantation guy to Wilson pipeline? Kind of crazy. The ultimate theory.
And it all ends with Owen Wilson. I don't love that theory, honestly. I also think it takes away from his struggles a bit.
Yeah, and it means that he lives in an incredibly cruel universe.
Exactly.
Where they subject him to this, and then when he comes home, no one lets him know about it.
Yeah, and he's already like in a cruel enough world, having been stranded for 4 years. Let's not make it everyone else's enjoyment, apart from us who watch it.
That was pretty dope. We move on to WatchMojo.com.
A classic. I love me some Watch Mojo.
Top 20 darkest movie theories.
Ooh, okay.
Is this a script from a video? It says voiceover.
Oh.
Are we just jacking their video here? Sorry, I didn't. Well,
Sorry,
anyway.
Watch Mojo.
First of all, Kevin McCallister from Home Alone grows up to be Jigsaw from the Saw movies.
What? It's terrible.
Kevin,
okay. What the fuck?
Well,
How does that even...
You get the image. I mean, it's just like he sets up traps and then later he becomes the other guy who sets up traps. Sort of a lazy connection.
That feels very lazy.
Yeah, I'm going to say 0 out of 10 on the dope meter.
Yeah, plausibility 100, but dope meter, I don't know about that.
We actually go back to Tarantino here. And this is, again, not a... this is more of like an Inception type, like ambiguous thing.
Okay.
But their theory, the briefcase contains, in Pulp Fiction, Marcellus Wallace's soul.
Yes, this one I've seen.
So there's a bunch of stuff like what did the briefcase have in Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
And Marcellus Wallace's soul, I think there's something, there's the bandage on the back of his head. Mm-hmm. That's where they famously suck the soul out, I guess.
The soul suckers, a.k.a. Hagrid.
A.k.a. Michael Caine. Anyway, I'm not reading this bullshit, but
I have heard that theory before, and I think that honestly is one that I like because it adds a level of mystery to it all, and also the fact that when they open the case, like they look genuinely shocked. Like if it was like gold, they'd be shocked, but like it seems like it's like a life-changing thing they're seeing there.
I think of all the things it could be, in that kind of case of that sort of like mysterious, like what's in the box type, type thing. Yeah. I feel like it has to be something sort of like, and I like the idea of something vaguely supernatural.
Exactly.
I sort of like these like relatively realistic kind of heightened reality movies that then have like a weird supernatural element.
Yeah, there's like levels of like complete absurdity. I feel like, did you tell me about Atlanta?
I think I did. Yeah. Atlanta coded. Yeah.
Kind of Atlanta coded. Like I've been watching some Atlanta lately, and I'm really enjoying it. Like in some of the like insane moments that are there, like suddenly like they're just, not that this is comparable to Marcellus' soul, but like the invisible car out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's the absurdity. Mm-hmm. It's good. Yeah. I should finish Atlanta. I've done seasons 1 and 2, I think.
Yeah, I'm like halfway through season 3, I think.
Yeah, I got to get back on it. Very good show. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Oh wait, we have Bruce Wayne Dark Knight Rises thing here. Confirmed hand job.
Yeah, please.
And final one here that I have.
Ooh.
They've titled it here in WatchMojo.com. Willy Wonka's secret ingredient.
Oh my god. What that's a secret ingredient.
Well,
With a name like Willy, you can't afford to be having any secret ingredients.
well, especially not this one. This is
Oh.
that secret ingredient question mark? Children.
What? Huh?
This is the theory here that they have. Wonka brings children into his factory under the guise of a tour, then rigs his factory into a massive death trap to capture the children. This would explain his uncaring attitude towards the kids' health and safety. It would also explain the human-sized pipes and how the boat how the boat and Wonka Mobile don't have any vacant seats. First of all,
So many terrible words in this sentence.
first of all,
The big pipes and the Wonkamobile.
never get in the Wonka Mobile, especially if you're a child. You will not be coming back.
You about to be my dinner.
Wonka gonna cook you up in some chocolate. I mean, I don't really like. I get the sort of Willy Wonka has vaguely murderous vibes to him.
He does, but I feel
also-
like it's more like a complete lack of care rather than I'm gonna turn these children into fudge.
Eat
you know?
kids, yeah.
But
Because
does he eat his own chocolate? I forget.
I don't know.
Or is it like a complete like sadistic fuck thing of like I'm gonna distribute the children to the world and make everyone cannibals?
I don't know. But also, I mean, this sort of falls apart because at the end of the movie, at least in the fucking Johnny Depp one,
They
you
do
see
all
the
leave.
kids leave,
But-
and they're all fucked up or whatever.
They're all
like
fucked up, but
blueberry sized or whatever. But
yeah, so blueberry size, and there's also the one kid who gets like completely like stretched out and squished. Surely all his mass is not there still. So maybe he takes parts of the kids.
okay. So,
Which, I don't know
so
if that's
he blows
worse.
them up to blue because actually she's squished back down to normal size. So he mangles them horribly,
Yeah.
and then steals parts of their flesh for his chocolate. I'm glad we made this a little less gruesome.
We gave the kids their life back. It's
I don't really buy this. I think he's got something weird going on in there, possibly
yeah, but I
involving
think it's
the
more
Oompa
like
Loompas.
an Oompa Loompa like pump machine.
What?
You know, like they.
Pump a machine? Don't say that like I know what it is.
Isn't that like how they extract semen from horses?
Yeah, no, okay. I do know what that is. I have 12. I'm not.
Don't you think?
Okay, we have one more theory. The Oompa Loompa pump theory. His secret ingredient? Question mark. sorry.
You thought it was children.
In a way. Oompa sperm.
Oompa sperm. Why is that Loki your rap name?
That's the final theory. I don't buy that. I have to say. I think your Oompa theory is much more plausible. And dare I say, doper.
The dope meter is up there.
Anyway, those were some theories.
Whew.
Goodness me.
On the Oompa sperm. Okay.
Yeah. What are some crazy theories? Now it's time for.
The Timecodes.
Well, we don't have anything great here, although I do just have this funny headline I've seen Googling Tom Cruise's name. This is from fandomwire.com. Just something I think many people say about Cruise often. He never blinked. That's a quote. Tom Cruise insisted to be attacked by a real sword in true story inspired movie. I'm going to assume the true story inspired movie is The Last Samurai based on this very normal image of Cruise. Cruise running, screaming and running forward.
He never blinked.
So I feel like we've talked about this before though, haven't we? Where he did like a whole, like he did some real shit with swords or whatever. I mean, because Tom Cruise is always doing real shit.
He's always doing real shit. And I Last Samurai, by the way, fantastic movie. Have you seen it yet?
Of course I have. Yeah.
So good.
It's like one of your favorite movies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he did a lot of shit with his he insists on just having his eyes open. So like is it like
I guess we have the quote here from Hiroyuki Sanada, who I guess was another person in the movie. Here's what he had to say via USA Today. I took a full swing and then stopped just touching his skin, but no injury. He never blinked. So he believed in me, and I believed in him. That was a great moment. Then he grabbed my cock and balls. Yeah, bro's
gave me
right.
the death twist.
Bro's he never blinked. Bro was riding the Cruise Schmeat here a little bit. I feel like Cruise. I feel like
imagine that accidentally getting nicked by a sword, having a bromand, and then just getting your nuts grabbed. It's like
I feel like he's mistaking Cruise's like psychopathy for
for
bro, mutual understanding.
that you suddenly
he believed in me. I believed it. It's like no,
bro, he's gonna eat you.
I don't think Cruise has got anything going on back there.
Have you seen that clip? It's J.K. Simmons and some other guy. And J.K. Simmons walks in and grabs the guy by the balls, and he goes, I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to take your hand off my balls.
I have seen that. I
feel like very that vibe.
Yeah, so I don't know, man, but Cruise never blinked. I guess that goes
Cruise
hard.
never did blink.
I don't think he's actually a psychopath, but he's an interesting guy.
I feel like he can sometimes wake up in the mornings and take like a screwdriver up here and like turn some cogs, and that like stops him from being able to blink the whole day. That's the kind of vibe I get.
I'm gonna give that 8 out of 10 on the probability meter.
That's fucking dope. Dope meter through the roof.
Well, now we move on to a long-awaited announcements and such.
Yes.
Segment.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, and for that reason, it's been since fucking like episode. I don't even know, like 208 or something. Yeah.
Damn.
So I've had to, I've taken the highlights of the comments. I had to cut a lot out because, there's a lot of stuff to get through. But I just want to say thank you for all the comments. We really appreciate it. There was a lot of love for the studio on the last episode. I want to say thank you for that.
Yeah, I was low-key not nervous, but I was anticipatory in terms of how people are gonna react to this. And the fact that people seem to dig it.
People seem to like it.
Very happy with it.
And also, this goes so far back, these announcements, that there were a lot of people wishing me a happy birthday when they said it. So I just want to say thank you for that as well. Really
24,
appreciate it.
bro, is actually mid-20s.
That's actually really scary.
Oh my god, that's fucked.
This is what my life is coming to. So what if the Oompa Loompas jacked off in the chocolate stream? Wouldn't that be cool?
So Willy Wonka uses the Oompa sperm.
First of all, Declan has been sending in via Instagram some various reels and videos. Where one is where. Do you know who Josh Horowitz is? I'm sure you don't know him by name, but
the name sounds familiar, but I can't actually picture the face.
He's this interviewer who's like he's always interviewing the celebrities. He seems like a cool guy from all I know. I don't love this picture of him where he's giving a thumbs up.
Oh,
not loving all that, Josh. But basically,
it's giving a lot of Oompa vibe.
It's giving pick me, bro. But basically, he's there was a video where he asks Cruise for the cruise cake, and then he gets it. This is a Pornhub video.
Not the cruise cake, that is. Can I have the cruise cake?
Cruise makes him shiver. But then and he says something like, "Let's hope I stay on the list next year." And Declan just wrote, "There's genuine fear in his eyes when he said that." But so first of all, it's kind of a wholesome video.
It's a wholesome video, I guess.
How do I get on the cruise cake list? And Cruise is like, "Don't worry
Hold
about
up. Let me give you back shots first."
and then it cuts to him like at home, and he's like, "Look, I got the cruise cake." That's kind of wholesome.
That is cute.
There was also a video with Glenn Powell where he talks about the cake, and I just noted here that he says some interesting stuff about the cake, but I just like that he referred to it as a quote cake operation. Cruise does have a whole cake operation going on back there, if I'm honest.
It's a whole goddamn bakery.
And then there was also a video of Dwayne Johnson where they asked him his cinematic crush, and he said Gene Wilder. Yeah, but he probably was like, I don't mean this like in a weird way, but it was kind of a wholesome video.
Okay.
He was saying something about like how he was just enamored by his charisma and whatnot, but it was just sort of like a little bit of a weird left turn. I think they were like being like, when Dwayne was like, whose celebrity pet would you be? And he was like, Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion.
And so they're like,
why? Don't ask questions.
So they're like, what's your cinematic crush? Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder.
Dwayne,
crazy out of left field.
But fair enough. But it was quite a wholesome sort of thing. So interesting video. Jonah also sent in, this is just kind of funny. I guess I can pull it up. Is a clip from episode 112. And it was just like there's not much to it, but I just thought it was sort of a funny thing. I was listening to an old pod and I found a crazy prediction you made offhandedly.
Oh.
How long do you think the Marvel Cinematic Universe will go on for? Forever, literally until we're bones in the ground. Weirdly poetic. I like it. Yeah, so until 2026.
So I guess actually it's not the end of 2026 yet. So I was gonna say we beat the being bones in the ground
True.
predictions, but we have not yet. So knock on wood, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, kind of funny. We get some comments. Movie
Please.
Boy wrote, another great pod, but you accidentally labeled it 208. And Daniel said classic BHL.
I did see this. I
Yeah,
laughed
that was-
hard.
That was my bad.
Yeah. You also asked at the start of this pod if it was pod 208.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, man.
What's up with 208?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm tweaking out.
It's
Also,
like
'cause
it's like a focus thing where someone's making you see 208 all the time.
maybe it's because that pod, which I believe on which we talked about FNAF 2, was such a banger that I want to go back to.
We'll never reach that peak again.
Daniel says, another really great and enjoyable episode. Keep up the FNAF-esque work. I'm one of those who listened to the Matthew McConaughey's audiobook, because we talked about how our
Oh,
listeners apparently listen to that. It's actually really interesting. He has a unique perspective on life and how you look at life differently as you get older. Some really good poems in there. Bro, spitting poems in there?
Poems?
A really
Poetry?
great read. And I think Matthew is a really great speaker in general. Spitting facts. Also, happy birthday, Benedict. Congrats on the big 90. First of all, no need.
First of all, what the fuck?
Very interesting Matthew, I mean, we talked about, he does have a great voice.
He does. If I could hear Matthew McConaughey like reading a limerick to me,
I guess
yeah.
he's writing poems apparently.
I want
Maybe
it.
he's reciting poems. I don't know. But yeah, interesting.
Very nice.
On this pod, we also talked about how a couple of friends of ours have
Yes.
asked to be on the podcast and they've been rebuked.
God,
And,
I received grief from this in person as well.
Well, Yana, who listens, I guess, she wrote, I'm hurt and upset. And some person named Sophie wrote, I wonder who these super cool friends are that want to get on the pod. Would love to hear some female energy on here. First of all, we bring
the most female energy.
we bring lots of different kinds of energy. All right, I would not, don't put us in a box.
But female energy? Yeah, absolutely.
The most, I would say. How do I put this? How do I put this delicately? Fuck nah.
I have been accosted in person a few times as well, where they're like, hey, we heard what you guys said on the pod.
It really concerns me that people might actually listen to this who like know me in real life.
Well, they do.
They really, I find that hard to believe.
They actively listen to the pod.
That's so.
And so that's also why we can't get away with this shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, we'll think about it. I forgot it was being recorded.
Yeah. Look over.
Connor says, damn, I thought my Spotify listening age of 42 was old. Ironic that BHL's listening age is so old considering his dislike of senior citizens.
Is it a dislike of self, perhaps?
Is it Freudian in some way? I don't dislike senior citizens. Shelf Enthusiast said, I think for one episode you should add a third member and just pretend they were always the third host and then never mention them again.
Well, good tie-in.
Well, I mean, I think we should just jump straight to never mentioning them again. I mean, we've had Lele cameo.
Had you seen cameo?
Had you seen cameo? I don't know if unless we're interviewing like Tom Cruise, I don't know if we can have a third member.
I don't know.
Can I just say that it's nothing against, like, especially for the special episodes and whatever, I love having our friends on. And it's nothing against, like, there are people in my life who I'm like, yeah, you'd be really funny on the pod, it'd be great. It's mostly just because I remember I have a distinct like memory of listening to podcasts, specifically like the Weekly Planet, but any podcast really. And when they add another person as like a guest or as another host or someone's gone, they bring someone else on. I'm like, fuck this dude. Like I'm not here for this. You know what I mean? Like I'm here. I think it's a very comfort show type thing where it's like you want it to be
the same old.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I just think that gives me pause where I'm more than happy, except for two certain people, to have people on as like in like segments or something. But in terms of
committing to this.
But in terms of like an actual third host, I don't know.
Yeah, actual third host? Nah. So is that comment saying that we not enough?
I think so. Is Shelf Enthusiast not pleased with the product?
The fuck?
We got a studio.
We got a studio that sometimes get invaded.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Connor says, I love how BHL joked about Freddie liking Judy Hopps and it almost turned into some hear me out type shit. That, unfortunately, this gag has been recurring for a while.
It has. And you've had people in your private life also tell us,
you're late.
You need to calm down.
I think we got a few. I think Daniel also says something about this. But Daniel said something. Where is it here? I noted down. Daniel got, Daniel, great supporter of the pod. He also leaves very nice. He used the esque work comment thing. But he said some aggressive shit, man. Daniel came for me here. He was taking shots. Yeah, here it is. BHL thinks he's him. And if you haven't seen Twin Peaks, you don't understand cinema, which makes Zootopia mid. After BHL went to film school, he's now more of a every film is mid, it's 2 stars type of guy. Like literally every new movie, I can be like, you'll probably give this 3 stars, and I'm pretty much right all the time. Hashtag BHL, this is very accurate. Hashtag BHL thinks he's the man of the cinema. Hashtag... No, sorry. Sorry, that was too much of a bar. Hashtag BHL thinks he's the man of the cinema, the man that has all the right takes, the man who is king of all movie opinions. This is my Instagram bio.
Yeah.
Hashtag BHL's mid, hashtag FDK is the GOAT. So, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
I don't know what to say.
Daniel, that shit, maybe your best comment to date.
Honestly, low-key kind of fair. I have been a bit of a hater.
I think you've been a hater, but I will say, like, you're a hater more so than I think you used to be, but I don't think you've turned a full 180 and become a full movie hater.
No, of course not. I will say, first of all, it's all in good fun, you know. And
is it, Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel?
Is it?
Daniel wants to scrap, I think. But I will say, I feel like I guess every film nerd goes through this sort of thing where you get into movies and then you get like really into movies and you get kind of pretentious for a little bit. And then you take all this with you on your journey. But then maybe you circle back a little bit where, because we'll talk about this some other time, I guess, but I watched Avengers Infinity War a few days ago. And I was like,
you got giddy.
This movie's fucking awesome. That movie's fucking awesome, I have to say. So I'm just saying, the fact that I'd be watching, 3-hour black and white Russian movies or whatever, I feel like
I can still enjoy some Ant-Man.
Well, it does not preclude me from, from enjoying
exactly
the classics. So, but thank you, Daniel, I guess.
Sound hurt, Daniel. Good strike.
Media Lover says, I'm so glad I finally sat down and watched one of these podcast videos because both of you work well with each other. Very charming and funny. Keep the flow in balance, and I have to see the Cut Dog Crash Out podcast. That sounds hilarious.
Oh, yes.
First of all, that will never see the light of day.
Until we get banned from the studio imminently.
Then I can let my true self out, my true freak flag fly. But Media Lover, thank you for watching. I included this. I included this also because I appreciate, like, we have our classic pod commenters and listeners. I'm glad we occasionally get a new listener.
Can I just say, speaking of new listeners, we went up a few subs.
Let's go. 3 subs?
I don't know how many, but we're up at 230 now. 1,230. Instead of, it was 220 for like the longest time.
Okay,
so
no one unsub, please.
Growth. Guys, do not unsub at this point. This will be terrible.
Look at the effort we're putting in.
Guys.
JC Cinematic says, does anyone else get nostalgia from watching old BHL Hudson videos? I started watching his videos when I was 12. This disturbs me that people get nostalgic for BHL because I'm like, I'm not that. I'm like, wait a minute. I got a thing on YouTube that said like, it's your 12-year anniversary.
12 years, like, dude.
Oh, I've literally been doing YouTube half of my life.
That's so cool though. Where's the FTK nostalgia though?
Where's the Bean Boozled challenge reactions? But I appreciate that. It's just so funny because I always think of the BHL videos just some shit that I've been doing since I was 12 years old, and the fact that people were watching it back in the day and stuff. It's very, very wholesome. Shelf Enthusiast says the 2 shows I recommended were Cowboy Bebop and The Legend of Vox Machina.
Oh, yeah.
Also for Pod 269, you should discuss everyone's favorite podskers topic, most uncomfortable sex scenes. Could be a shout for Pod 269 to do a whole most uncomfortable sex scenes.
I don't hate that at all, actually.
Could be something.
Reenact some?
Yeah, that's why we set up a studio.
Exactly.
And yeah, I have not seen either of those shows yet, although I have, when I was like thinking of getting into anime, my good friend Lucas, he did say the one you have to start with is Cowboy Bebop. You said Death Note is the one to start with.
I think Death Note is a fantastic one to start with, or Attack on Titan. Yeah. One of those I think is a very good kind of like getting into it. I have watched a bit of Vox Machina. Very enjoyable. I think at times it, like, I really do enjoy it, but I think at times it does like, because it's kind of like adult, cartoon kind of stuff. And at times it does just kind of go for like over the top gore or language just to be a bit crass and I think get like a reaction, which It sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't. But in general, a very fun show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that sounds cool. I will. I'll put it on the list. Alfeld says, great review of the movie. I'm surprised you didn't reference the "now we know what C stands for" line from Spectre, considering Andrew Scott was in both. And Ryan Johnson clarified that Renner being in this despite the hot sauce in the last one was just a mistake. I'm also looking forward to the benefit watch of the first Knives Out. Just promise me that Smallfoot is the next one. So a lot to unpack here.
The push for Smallfoot is
unacceptable.
I was going to say is admirable.
I guess we have a lot of, because Benford watches, I mean, again, the Knives Out one was supposed to come out before fucking Wake Up Dead Man. I'm still editing it. I've been busy. But the Benford watches clearly take a while to make, and we have sort of a list. But, Smallfoot, I'm not against it being there at some point.
It's just we know there's one person who very much wants it. And for that, I kind of want to make it our next one.
I feel like we mostly just thought Smallfoot was funny because I think LeBron was in it, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, also, yeah, we did not reference, what the C stands for from Andrew Scott. If you recall this from Spectre, do you remember this?
I remember. What does the C stand for? I don't remember.
Because Ray Fiennes, C, because Andrew Scott is called C in the James Bond movie, and Ray Fiennes now we know what C stands for.
And it's like, he doesn't say cunt. He says, know what the C stands for. It's like when he's looking down at him, right?
Or
is it coward?
Or something, or
clown.
Pussy ass bitch.
I do remember the scene. I remember being fond of it, but I don't remember the
I remember also we probably did a bit where it's like cunnilingus or something.
What does the C stand for?
Cock.
Imagine that.
Right, Fine just leans into his ear. Cock. Also, dude, we have to see 28 years later. Fiennes is so good.
Is there Fiennes cock in it?
Cock. Fiennes cock confirmed.
Really? For real?
You want to see that shit on the big screen? It takes up the whole. See that shit in IMAX?
40x comes at you, literally.
Let's see here. Shelf enthusiast. A bit of context for Ariana Grande's behavior. She has PTSD and anxiety due to a terrorist attack at one of her concerts back in 2017. Sorry to bring up something so grim in the pod comment section, but I thought it was worth mentioning on a lighter note. I think an underrated contender for Stash of the Year should go to Timothée Chalamet in Marty Supreme. It's not a super showy stash, but he honestly rocks it it gives him energy in the film. # Cruise Cake Chronicles. # FNAF is better than Minecraft. Very true.
FNAF, okay. I don't know about that.
Marty Supreme hasn't come out here yet, but I agree. Chalamet. It's not a great stash, but I feel like it fits Chalamet.
I can see him rocking it. I really want to see Marty Supreme for multiple reasons now.
Yeah.
Stash, the movie itself, to see if it's worth the Oscar buzz, Does
look
but
very
the stash
good.
is the main reason.
Obviously, yeah. Connor Beer, that segment about Now You 3 Me actually made me cry with laughter. Funniest shit I've heard this year. Also, we need to change the name of the second channel to BHL Tucson.
Yes!
Well, Connor, I was going to say thank
Connor,
you.
yes!
But I now say...
As the first person who's ever concurred with me.
You're blocked.
Get banned, idiot.
Have a nice day, bro. Report to FBI. Average Joe says, in reference, I think, to our most uncomfortable sex scene segment, I admire your control and restraint in not mentioning that certain flying scene between Jack Black and Jason Momoa in a Minecraft movie. Do you remember this, where they basically
kind of
69 pancake each other?
Nice. That's a huge miss from us, actually.
Yeah, our bad. I was very comfortable.
That was most uncomfortable sex scenes we were talking. Not comfortable.
Not like the
and
best
erotic.
ever and
Yeah,
really hot. Ella Kid says, haha, I went into Avatar 3 fully expecting Spider to have a terrible performance, but it wasn't too bad. BHL is a hater of children. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes.
I have to say, I've heard this from a few people that I went too hard on Spider.
Well, the thing is,
I stand by it. I think it was generationally terrible.
I think it was an unforgivable performance. I think it was a bad performance, but movie ruining?
A scene at the very... I would argue... Because I didn't think it was a bad movie, but I think it is... If he is Daniel Day-Lewis in that movie, literally, if they cast Daniel Day-Lewis,
okay,
I think it's far better.
I don't know, he's not great in it. And he's bad at points. But it's more like, oh, okay, this is not great acting. It's not like this fucking little bitch ass,
First of all, I never said that, but...
On the pod, at least.
I don't want to join you in the hater of children bandwagon.
Yeah, you've got your own hater.
No, I don't have my own hater
You've
niche.
already got your own age group that you hate.
I don't hate old people that much. No, I don't know. Shelf Enthusiast says, one of the reasons I got 50,000 minutes of listening time on Spotify with you guys is because of the first best of episode, which I would regularly put on when I'm having a hard time sleeping and just need some funny white noise in the background.
Some funny white people talking.
So now I have double the ammo. Here's to 100,000 minutes in 2026. Well, thank you, Shelf Enthusiast. And also, very, very fair, and appreciate you, because, I try not to, because I don't know if it's like an unhealthy habit. I try to go to sleep without listening to anything, but I often do listen to stuff going to sleep.
I think,
and it's kind of an honor that we, again, being like being a comfort show for other people when I have my own comfort shows. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
No, it's very, very wholesome. I think falling asleep with like two things, I think is something I do almost every night when and being part of that is very cool. I just put a little timer for 15 minutes. All good.
I did just think it was funny that we are considered white noise, which is very fair. Also, actually, this ties into I don't think I've told this story in the pod, but it's just a funny moment where this guy in Ireland, super cool guy, shout out. But he was like, because we're friends, but we're not like super close or anything.
Okay.
And he was like, oh man, I love your videos. Actually, I listen to your videos to fall asleep. And I was like, oh, wow, really? And he was like, yeah, because like you have a great voice and I really don't care at all what you're talking about.
I mean, nice compliment at the same time.
No, I think specifically he puts on the MCU chronology to fall asleep, he was saying. Which is, I mean, to be fair, if you don't give a shit about that, that's fair enough.
Exactly. I mean, and sometimes even if it is something you kind of give a shit about, like, as a theme or like as a general kind of like interest, you don't need to like sit and intently listen to it. Like a lot of the stuff I listen to is like pirate history stuff, which I find interesting. But
dude, I fall asleep to fucking Family Guy sometimes, dude. So like,
well, that explains a whole lot.
Why I have night terrors.
Night shivers.
Movie Guy asks, will BHL kill himself when he grows old?
Oh.
Well, I like to say such a good comment. I like to say old is capitalized here to emphasize, because there's a rumor that I hate old people.
What's the cutoff for old people? How long you got left, little bro?
I would say you don't. I would say probably not, but you can never rule it out. I don't know if I'll be disgusted by my wrinkles.
True, but as a wise man once said, you don't grow old because you stop playing. You stop.
No, you don't stop playing.
You don't stop. Fuck.
Yeah,
fuck
Tag,
that up.
The movie
Tag.
Anyway, hopefully not. Jaden says, can we get the BHL hate watch of Love Actually for Ben and Fred watch while Freddie just goes, that's pretty charming and nutty.
Yes.
That could be something.
Because it is just a charming, nutty film.
We're not getting into this again. Shut the fuck up. Mutes your mic. NMS says, dangerous lack of Brendan Thwaites mentions, one thing weird to realize about how long Cruise has been in franchise mode is that the last time he did a movie that wasn't part of an action franchise, American Made, the Poorly Planned Podcast, was just a few months old.
First of all, it's actually crazy.
I think I said something about like, oh, he's only done action movies for like 2 decades. I completely forgot about American Made, which is kind of an action movie.
There's action to
it's
it.
Not really, not really.
It feels like a little bit of a side quest in his action movie saga, but
that
I feel
is
like
funny.
But one movie doesn't excuse, not that there's anything to excuse, but doesn't take away from the fact that he's just an action star.
Yeah, and now he's doing some Iñárritu movie. But yeah, funny that was an early Woody movie as well. Mm-hmm. Classic times. Connor Beer says, can we get a Merv in the background? Hashtag Xavier Gape, hashtag Ruffalo Starfish. We should stop making reference to famous celebrities like spreading their ass. But yeah, should we just put a picture of like Mark Ruffalo's ass here? That I feel like that could get us taken down for a few reasons. That could be like harassing in some way.
To the people around us.
To us.
We take our own video down. Too explicit.
We'll see what we put up on the.
There's definitely there's real estate. So
I do think there is something sort of charming about having this be the only thing.
God, there's literally nothing charming about this.
Also,
my greatest failing.
If you're listening on audio, we have we film these now on YouTube. And yeah, there's a thing here. It's our logo. It's something. Cal W says, Freddy in live action jump scare.
I saw this. I laughed hard, but I also cried a little afterwards.
And Average Joe says, wait, these guys are real. So yeah, people, but there was also appreciation for the studio and everything. But yeah, that's the pod for this week.
God.
Hope you enjoyed the episode. what do you think about everything we talked about? Do you have any movie fan theories? Feel free to let us know in the comments down below. While you're at it, be sure to like the video, subscribe. We're on YouTube, The Poorly Planned Podcast, where we got some video. We got a studio now.
Got vids. God, profeshing it up.
We're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. The Poorly Planned Podcast. Leave a 5-star rating, a nice review, please. Tell your friends about the pod. See if they'd like it. Probably not. You can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, and BHL2. Please subscribe. It's a great channel. Instagram, BHL_Hudson. Letterboxd, Real BHL Hudson. And you can email the pod at bhlhudsonvids@gmail.com.
Ooh. You can find me on YouTube at FDK Space Gaming, Instagram at Fidalgard. You can also find me on Letterboxd at FDK_Thwilms.
Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Time traveling Jackson.